I am Bella B, back for some more Speedpaint voiceover. Woo! Today's Speedpaint is centered around my childhood pony sona, Belle Blossom. Well, Belle Blossom wasn't her name when I was a kid. She went by Bella, but I decided to give her a more pony-esque name because I don't think there would be any pony simply called Bella in the pony world. This artwork came to be as, at the time that I drew this, my TikTok For You page was filled with a whole bunch of My Little Pony videos. I got inspired and, well, the rest is history. Over the years, I have consistently revisited the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic series, and along with that, I have also revisited Belle Blossom. I have countless artworks of her, with some dating as far back as 2014. Here is a little drawing of her from when I was 9 years old. It's amazing. I think it's safe to say that My Little Pony might actually even be considered my first ever fandom. I don't know. I consumed a lot of content on YouTube and that, so debatable. I don't know. I actually still have very vivid memories of drawing over bases from the internet on MS Paint as far back as 2013, when posting speed paints on YouTube was all the rage. It's a bit of a full circle moment for me, isn't it? Unfortunately, I have no idea where those artworks are, and I believe they're on computers that are tucked away in the smallest crevices of my study. You know, it's funny, I never really had a backstory for Belle, and honestly, I still don't. I like to imagine that she's simply some background pony that just lives in Ponyville or Canterlot. Admittedly, I do love my lore-heavy characters. Gabriella the Galar, peak example. Belle, the peak example. But it's honestly just quite refreshing to have a character who's just some average Joe. You'll notice I draw some Pegasus wings, and that is because I was tossing up whether to make Belle Blossom a Pegasus instead of a unicorn. I ultimately decided to stick with a unicorn, as that is what Belle Blossom was originally designed to be. My thinking was that because Fluttershy was my childhood favourite, and frankly still is my favourite pony, maybe I should make Belle a Pegasus. But then I remembered that I actually made Belle a unicorn because of Twilight Sparkle. So I just stuck with that. You'll notice that her mane and her tail does look a little similar to Fluttershy's in design though. If I were to make myself a pony sona now, as my 20-year-old self, I think my pony would probably be a Pegasus. I'd like to touch on her cutie mark as well a little bit, since it's not your typical cutie mark. I know some people in the fandom have these really cool cutie marks, but I'm thinking the actual canon stuff, you know what I mean? Originally, her cutie mark was just straight up a pink flower with 5 petals, but I chose this cutie mark when I was little because I didn't understand the significance of cutie marks and how they represent a pony's special talent. Admittedly, I just watched the show and thought, ooh, cute ponies, yahoo. No, I'm joking. To be fair, I was 9 years old when I designed Belle Blossom and had very little media literacy, just understanding of shit in general, to be honest. And because I wasn't really aware of what my special talent was as a kid, I think it's appropriate that I had put a simple flower as Belle's cutie mark. Unknowingly, flowers have become a bit of a recurring thing in my life, but I'll get to that in a sec. Random thing, but I can finally apply some of my developmental psychology knowledge from my degree to a YouTube video. Woohoo! Get ready for some fun psychology with Bella. I don't know how often this is gonna happen, but get ready anyway. During this age period, children are beginning to explore their identities a bit more, and I was actually in this period when I was creating Belle Blossom. While identity exploration predominantly happens in adolescence, it can begin from an earlier age where children begin to get a grasp of who they are as a person. Looking back now, I was really into art and reading, which I think has made a huge influence on who I currently am now. But anyway, my point here is that when I first made Belle Blossom, it makes sense as to why I hadn't fully grasped the concept of cutie marks, as I was still in a period of my life developmentally where I was still working out who I was as a person. Anyways, that's random psychology facts over, just figured to show off a side of myself that I don't often explore on the internet. There is more to your gal than just a pretty face and a Blaze the Cat impression. Oh god. Though now that I actually have a strong concept of who I am as a person, I implemented my love for art in Belle Blossom's current cutie mark through a pink paint splatter behind the flower. The significance of the cutie mark and Belle's special talent, that even remains a mystery to me, guys. Don't ask me, I don't know. Going back to the flower thing that I mentioned earlier, flowers actually have a bit of significance in my life. I keep a lot of flowers on display in my room, especially pink coloured ones. One of my favourite perfumes is in the shape of a flower, which is Daisy Love by Marc Jacobs. And my first ever show on my channel was literally called The Great Bloom and featured several flower characters, notably Blossom and Poppy and Sunflower and Daisy. And actually also my favorite Mario princess is Daisy. So, flowers. So that's just a few instances to name. So, hey, little me, you manifested something in the future. How did you do that? Let's move off the cutie mark thing because I think I've been talking about it for too long. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I like to believe that I am capable of replicating official art styles from certain franchises, given that I have a very clean reference, of course, because if I didn't have a reference, God help me replicating the art style. I was very, very pleased with how this artwork came up visually, as I intended for it to appear like the Friendship is Magic art style, which was my childhood My Little Pony. I haven't drawn ponies in a while, and this was my first ever attempt at making a show-accurate artwork, so I'm actually really proud of how the final product came out. Because, look at it! I love to think about how little me would react to the art I create now. It's honestly just a really wholesome thought, knowing that little me would be so thrilled to see her character looking like she was straight up ripped from the show. Like, oh my goodness. Now, I could keep going on and on about the artwork and Belle Blossom, but I think I'm reaching the end of my speed paint. But yeah, this is the final artwork. Look at how pretty she is. Oh my gosh. I hope you enjoyed listening to me do a little lore dump about Belle Blossom and my childhood love for My Little Pony. Thank you for watching, and I'll see ya in the next speed paint. Toodles! Consistently revisited the My Little Pony Friendship is Marriage. Friendship is marriage? What? And along with that, I have also oh man. My knee cracked when I was talking. It's honestly quite Jesus Christ, what the hell, man? Anyways, random psycho- my knee keeps cracking, bro. I'm actually really proud of how the final product